So I thought we'd start this video off just looking at just how important lighting obviously is. So we can go ahead and press play here. And we can obviously see here the person on the left there is lit up and the person on the right is not lit. And so just to start off this video, just to get it kick started, very, very important. You see those tones we're getting over there, and I think this is probably the first thing every one of you guys noticed, just like me when you saw this video. I hope that's just very, very stark difference, and it really brings home the point of how important lighting is. Not only having the lights, but having enough light, right? Because a lot of times we want to do different things with our lighting. We want to maybe stop down, or we want to maybe get a faster shutter speed or whatever. A lot of times you got to have more light to do that. So just a quick little side note here. I went ahead and did a little search on movie lighting and sort of movie lighting setups, and look at the trouble that they go through. I mean, this is serious business, right? And if you guys have ever been in the Santa Monica, Venice Beach area, it's really cool because almost every day you can go down there and you can see a movie being shot. And a lot of times, even there, for whatever reason, I got this little thread here where it's only at nighttime, but even in the daytime, they bring these huge lighting setups down to lighthouses or to set outside windows. I mean, huge, gigantic lights to sort of simulate lighting, window light, and so that they can make a home inside the same all day, right? If you're shooting different scenes for a movie and the lighting is changing, it's cloudy and it's sunny, and so that's why they have so much control. And you notice how large their lights are and how much power they have. And that's not just because it's a big movie, that's because it's needed, all right? So the more lighting power we have, the better. And this is sort of going to come into the conversation later here. But now, what I carry is a light much like this. And I don't know what I'm going to name this video yet, but I carry a light that has about the same amount of power as this. And I recommend that to others, even for their real estate photography. Now, you might be one of these people that's tried this and picked it up and you've just said to yourself, my God, it's way too heavy. I just do not want to deal with it. I hate it. It's hurting my shoulder, whatever. You know, it's just too bulky. But I'm telling you, I do things every single day with my light like this that I could never do with other lights, all right? And yeah, you can see some of the videos up on Patreon. The way I use my light, it's just, you know, sort of ways you can counteract the inverse square law. You can do certain stuff with a powerful light that you could never do with a weaker light. And things like, for example, lighting rooms from further away and stuff like this, okay? So very important to have to sort of open up your, I'd say to it's almost like having powerful light is almost like having more paintbrushes, I would call it, in your, so you, or more colors on your canvas. So you can do this, you can do that. You have more options, and throughout your career, the more light you have, the more you're going to realize one day when you're getting really advanced, I could go over here and do this, I could go outside and do that. And those scenarios are not going to be as likely to occur to you if you don't have the lighting power. And it's also not going to occur to you, and it's not going to be fun to you if they do occur to you and you go ahead and you try a lighting technique that requires a lot of power, and you're going to get very discouraged if you don't have enough power, okay? So that's my argument for keeping your power as much as you can, and I think these units are great because they're the absolute most power you can get in a small portable handheld punch, okay? And they have a lot of nice little modifiers up there and everything, so really nice lights. I personally carry an older Rove Light 600, but same thing pretty much. All right, and the thing we want to talk about today a little bit and more, focus in a little bit more, is this new light. It came up in one of my groups. Can you do a review of this? And I was really flattered that somebody asked me that, but no, I don't. I can't get my hands on lights like this unless I buy them, and it just turns out to be a real pain. And I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, maybe maybe there's another better channel for you that I'm just not there yet. Okay, so I don't know if I'll ever be, but whatever the case there. I do believe that this is going to be a really, so if you are using those AD200s, if you take everything I've just said, right, this is getting a bigger, but I would say I would definitely favor this. Just, going by on paper, okay? I know I don't have them both in my hand right now, but on paper, I would definitely be preferring this. I really prefer this one, right? So I'm really trying to get you guys to go bigger. So if you're currently using an AD200, they're called Evolves, right? Evolve 200 from Autorama. I would say I would definitely have this on the radar, and I would definitely be thinking about purchasing one, and having it being your main light. I looked through here. I really like the size of it, and I also really like this, and most of these lights have this now, but I really like this right here. Okay, that little grid right there, and hopefully it comes in different what do you call it? Hopefully you could put a smaller and a tighter grid on there and a larger one, whatever. But that's really nice. It looks like it's a little bit big, a little bit bulky if I'm seeing it properly, so that sucks. I know my light, I have to put something on my reflector, and it's pretty thin and pretty small, and it just sort of slides on the top of the reflector because I use grids all the time, okay? The last thing I want to touch on here is just an overall. Now, this would even apply to my channel, I would say. I don't see anything. I don't see myself as being perfect. I don't see anybody as being perfect. But I really want to caution everyone out there. And I know everyone knows about this, I know. But I really want to even caution you still because it's so true. Now, you're going to see a million reviews this light, pop up, right? Now, everyone that reviews these lights on YouTube is just absolutely invested in getting you to buy them and use their link. So this is a real problem, and it's hard to know how to advise you. I think in general what most people do is they just go with people they trust, right? Go with people they trust. But I can tell you right now, like for example, my channel, which for whatever reasons isn't very successful, but I could recommend a ton of stuff on my channel. I could recommend tilt shift lenses, and I could get a ton of likes and a ton of views, and my channel might be a little bit more popular, and I could make more money. But I don't do that, and nobody seems to really care or notice that or anything. So I don't really understand that. Maybe I'm trying to give myself credit where it's not due, but I've honestly I can honestly say that I've recommended only gear that I truly do recommend. And you want to find somebody that's recommending stuff like that. So the problem I see it is you have to get a certain size on YouTube before they start sending you this stuff. And then so you see it's like I don't know, it's just the same problem in the world everywhere. Like, who's a cop? Well, a cop is a person who wants to have control over people, so it's like, well, in this realm, who is selling you these lights on YouTube? What's all the stuff that's in your face all the time? Well, it's the people who are really good at sort of manipulating the algorithm and getting up there and having a big YouTube channel, right? And so why are they big? Well, it's because they know how to work the system and do shit. So I don't know what to tell you guys except to be careful, but I know most people already know that. I would love to get my hands on stuff like this really easier and do reviews of it and just give honest reviews. And for the most part, I'm just not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. I mean, I do feel like I see good reviews, but I'm telling you, if I had to really, tell the truth about it, I'd say most reviews are really trying to lean you towards buying stuff, and that could be because they're only reviewing stuff that they really like. Like, I know that's what I like. I want to review this. I know I'd probably like it, and if I got my hands on it, I would probably like it, right? So anyway, whatever. I don't know what to say. I'm glad you swung by. I'm glad you watched the video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you for the next one. All right, bye-bye.